Shalom. This is High Priest Kahalal of the Law, also known as Calvin Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahweh and Yahweh only. No Bahashim. Understand that. Alright? Now, the title of today's video lesson is Eve and the Serpent Breakdown. Now, we didn't have this video lesson up on our previous channel before the powers that shouldn't be took it down, but it's nothing for us to put it back up because they can't stop us. Can't stop, won't stop, steady stumping and marching in the name, the power, and the spirit of the Most High Yahweh. Understand that. Yeah. Nice try, Edom. We gonna bleed them. That's right. We got the 100% full truth over here. Not 100% of the half truth like the One West Christian camps. The Christian lights. Right? Yeah. They don't keep the full law, so they don't have a full understanding of the law, right? You got to keep the full commandments. A good understanding comes to those that keep the commandments, all the commandments. And the One West Christian camps, they are breaking the first commandment, the most important commandment, and that is to serve the Most High only. Exodus 20:3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Understand that. And us over here at YOZ, we keep and honor the first commandment, the most important commandment, Exodus 20:3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So we got a good understanding of the scriptures. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. That's right, the Most High is establishing his true camp, YOZ, right here in the daughter of Babylon till he come. Yeah, that's right. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. Can't leave y'all alone to these false prophets. If you've been seeking the truth, then you found High Priest Kahalal. This truth is very rare. It's esoteric. It's for the 1/3, the remnant of Israel. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. If you found High Priest Kahalal, Calvin Israel, then you just found the truth, the 100% full truth, because you've been seeking the truth. You are a truth seeker. Understand that. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. Let's come together and stay stumped down for Yahweh. I mean stumped down. Ain't no moving, ain't no backsliding. All right? Now, this is the breakdown of Eve and the serpent. Now, we must know that Lucifer and Satan are not the same. How it got mixed up was by the New Testament, calling Satan the devil, the dragon, the beast, all the same things. And Christianity came with its false doctrine and made Lucifer to be Satan. All right? They don't have an understanding of the scriptures. Satan works for the Most High, as we read in Job, the book of Job. Satan cannot do nothing to anyone, to any of us, without the saying of the Most High. Satan is the necessary evil, but Lucifer is all out rebellion. Lucifer was granted free will by the Most High. And as we read, Lucifer is the serpent and Lucifer is the king of Tyrus in Ezekiel 28. And we read that violence corrupted this angel of free will. All the other angels, other than Lucifer, they don't have free will, but violence corrupted this angel that the Most High made, Lucifer, with free will. violence corrupted him. He was infatuated with violence. So let's read about this, and we're going to connect Lucifer with the king of Tyrus, with the serpent in the garden, and we're going to see that they are all the same entity. Okay? Now, we're right here at Genesis 3:1. All right? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, has God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. All right. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh Elohim had made. All right. So this is the serpent in the garden. And then we go right here and we see that the king of Tyrus in Ezekiel 28 is this serpent in the garden. Ezekiel 28. And we're going to start at 12. Ezekiel 28, verse 12. Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, thus says Yahweh Elohim, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. So we see that the king of Tyrus was that serpent in the garden of Eden. All right. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering. The sardius, the topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. Okay. Now that we know that Lucifer is something rare, a beautiful angel outwardly, but inwardly, Lucifer is ugly with gross sin. Violence turned him on, and he became infatuated with violence, and that corrupted him. Lucifer is given the title King of Tyrus in Ezekiel because before the Edomites, the Hamites was his main handlers of wickedness. And the title, the serpent, was given to him because he's a snake, figuratively, not literal. The word serpent or snake is a figure of speech. That means a vicious, disloyal betrayer. That's what it means in the figure of speech way of using snake or serpent. A vicious, disloyal betrayer. All right. So now that we know that, let's break down Genesis 3, the encounter with Eve and the serpent. All right. So now we're back here at Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh Elohim had made. That's Lucifer. That's the king of Tyrus, right? And he said unto the woman, has God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For God does know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So we see this is a tactic that this serpent used. This is a tactic that Lucifer, the spiritual demon, Lucifer, the serpent, king of Tyrus, this is what the serpent uses. This is his technique. This is his skillful deceit, mixing truth with error. And we see a lot of that in the New Testament and the Quran. So we know that it's the spiritual demon, Lucifer, the serpent, that's influencing these writings that has truth mixed with error to what? To throw you off. Because what the serpent said right here is truth mixed with error. He said, you will not die. That's the error. That's the lie. But the truth that he told was, your eyes will be open and you will know good and evil. So that's the truth that he told. Truth mixed with error. All right, that's how we can recognize Lucifer, the spiritual demon. The spiritual demon that has his free will on the earth, and in his all-out rebellion, he is in all-out rebellion, trying to war against the Most High, thinking that because he has his own mind, he has his own free will, thinking that he actually can one day defeat the Most High and be as the Most High. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Okay, so this was a vision of Lucifer that they were seeing. It wasn't an actual snake, all right? It wasn't an actual snake. Lucifer, the serpent, appeared to Eve in a vision. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh Elohim amongst the trees of the garden. And Yahweh Elohim called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? Now, Yahweh, being God, knowing all things, he already knows where he is. He just wants to see what he will say. Will he lie? Because Yahweh is the ultimate tester. This life is a test. It's not a game. Pay attention. And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Now Yahweh know, because Yahweh knows all things. He knows the answer already. He just wants to see, will the man lie? What will the man say? Because Yahweh is the teacher, the tester, the ultimate tester. Okay? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me. She gave me of the tree, and I did eat. Okay. And Yahweh Elohim said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Right? And Yahweh Elohim said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. So, this right here is a metaphor of Lucifer being cast out of heaven, cast from the realm of where the Most High was. Now he's stuck on the ground, on the Most High's footstool, earth. Right? What the Most High say? Upon thy belly. So him being upon his belly, Most High putting him upon his belly is him falling from heaven. Upon thy belly thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. All right, now a serpent already crawls on his belly. Okay, serpent crawls on his belly, got dust in his face all day. That's already what a serpent does, right? He's talking to Lucifer, saying that Lucifer is going to be cast down. Now we can see Lucifer being cast down over here when he is called the king of Tyrus in Ezekiel 28, right? Let's go to Ezekiel 28, and he is fallen. Ezekiel 28, and we're going to go to verse 16. By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore, I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. All right. By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore, I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God. He was cast out. You know, he was cast out, fallen to the earth, cast out of the mountain of God, cast out of the heavens where the Most High dwells with his host. He was cast out. Okay. Put on his belly to be on the earth where there is dust. So there's a spiritual demon that's completely rebellious against the Most High here on the earth. Right? Not like Satan being the necessary evil to test you by. This evil, complete, ugly, evil Lucifer, you know, he wants to destroy you. He wants to completely destroy you with no remedy, with no chance, and destroy the earth and destroy everything that the Most High made and turn everything around and make it wicked. Rearrange things like JC rearranged the law. Now here in Isaiah, we see Lucifer falling, being cast out. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which dideth weaken the nations? So he's cast down, cast out of heaven. How art thou fallen from heaven? So anybody that want to say that this is about a man and not a spirit, we're going to cut you. This is about the spiritual serpent that was in the garden that we read about in Ezekiel 28. Okay, now this spirit Lucifer, he influenced man. So in Isaiah is going back and forth from speaking about the demon and the man that he influences. Ezekiel, it goes first to start speaking about the prince of Tyrus. That's the man that the spiritual demon influences the people. And then King of Tyrus is the actual demon, Lucifer himself. All right. So Isaiah, if you want to say that this is just a man, you got to go right here and see Isaiah 14 and 29. Scriptures is physical and spiritual. Understand that. Look. Rejoice not, thou whole Palestina, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken. For out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, and his fruit shall be a fiery, flying serpent. All right. So a fiery flying serpent. This fiery flying serpent, right? That's Esau, Edom. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestinian, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken. Right? That's the Babylonians. Though that rod was broken, right? Out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, that's Edom, and his fruit shall be a fire-flying serpent. All right? A fiery flying serpent. So that's Edom. So it's like, it's spiritual. So it's like he was using this nation. Lucifer was using Babylon, ancient Babylon. And he's using other nations of the Hamites, like the Egyptians, Tyrus, right? So the Cushites, Ethiopians, they are the Babylonians. They ruled Babylon, right? So he influenced these people, but even though these people was taken out of power, here comes the cockatrice, which is Edom. Now he's influencing Edom, right? And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. That's the Israelites, the poor and the needy. And I will kill thy root with famine, and he shall slay thy remnant. Yes, the Most High is going to kill the root, the serpent, Lucifer. And we are going to slay the remnant, and that's the physical, the Edomites. Howl, O gate, cry, O city, thou whole Palestinian are dissolved, for there shall come from the north a smoke, and none shall be alone in his appointed times. What shall one then answer messengers of the nation that Yahweh has founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it? See, the poor of his people, the poor and the needy, is Israel, right? So, and we're going back to Genesis, continue to break down Genesis 3, the Eve and the serpent encounter, and now we're on to the curses, because the Most High had just cursed the serpent by casting him down to the earth, putting him on his belly, right? Genesis 3 and 14. And Yahweh Elohim said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. That's right. And if anything, and in any video lesson I miss, and I didn't cover, the zealots, they come in, the saints come in, and they fill in the holes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you the main course. You feel me? I'm going to give you the main course and all of the sides and the entrees and the desserts and the frosty drink. The zealots come in and they add that, and, it all comes together real beautifully. But, I'm giving you, the main idea. You dig? And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay? And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. So he's talking to the serpent still right here. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. It shall bruise your head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right. Now, what this means, this is spiritual. Remember, Eve was having a vision and seeing the serpent. It wasn't really a serpent. It was Lucifer. It was just, Lucifer was called a serpent because he's a disloyal betrayer, right? Lucifer is a disloyal betrayer in the story. All right. So Lucifer's seed is spiritual demons. Eve's seed is humanity, mankind, human beings. So it's this enmity, all right, we're always going through what Eve went through with the serpent, being tempted to rebel against the Most High. You get it? We all have that test. We all have that challenge that Eve went through, Adam and Eve went through in the garden, being tempted spiritually by Lucifer. So now it's a bunch of Lucifer seeds out here, and it's not just him, but it's a bunch of his seeds, other demons, and they are tempting us like he tempted Eve in the garden to rebel against the Most High. So you have to slay that. You have to always deny this damn Lucifer spirit. They trying to get you to rebel against the Most High by not keep his commandments. Like when Saul the Sodomite comes and he's coming in the spirit of we can't keep the laws in captivity. He's coming with this lawlessness. You see, this is that temptation. This is that Lucifer spirit. This is the seed of Lucifer. You see the seeds of Lucifer. They're out here, right? They're really possessing and controlling the wicked. Anyone that's rebelling against the Most High, the seed of Lucifer is going to come to that man and make him 100% rebel against the Most High and make him a complete reprobate. All right? And when it says, it shall bruise thy head and thou shalt bruise his heel, it means Eve's seed. Remember, he's talking to the serpent right here. Eve's seed. Right? Remember, it says he's talking to the serpent, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So we're going to be defeating this serpent, these temptations. The Most High has it as we're supposed to be triumphing, reigning victorious, stomping all over this serpent's head. And it's so much stomping on his head, bruising our heel. Yes. Newsflash, this is not hard. This whole setup, this whole test, this life that the Most High created for us, this test, these obstacle courses, is not hard at all. Yes, we're supposed to be stomping on his head, right? Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So, as a result of being disobedient, the woman is given this perverse mind to where her desire is towards her husband, which means she wants to rule over her husband. She wants to lead over her husband, and every woman has that. Whether it's small or great within them, they have it because the Most High gave it to them. It is not going to be perfect harmony between man and woman here. So that's a challenge also. That's an obstacle course also for you to go through, right? We see it in our day-to-day lives with everyone. Everyone is going through it, right? Because the woman thinks she can do a better job at ruling and leading than you. You know, she's looking at you, and then you make a mistake. She's going to be like, damn, man. Now, I can do better than that. One little mistake, she like, now, if I was leading, we wouldn't be going through this. You know, but she really can't do a better job, right? But, you know, she just has that desire. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. So Adam was cursed, the man was cursed for following his woman, right? Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, right? You can't listen to the voice of your wife over God, right? Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. Exactly. So it's not going to be very easy to get this food out of the ground, to be a farmer like Adam is, you know, forced to be. And he's going to labor. You know, it's not easy. Even today, farming is not easy. You know, it could come back good and plenteous in abundance. But then on the other hand, it could bring back thorns and thistles. Right? You never really know. You could get a bunch of you could get back a bunch of sweet fruit. You could get back a bunch of sour fruit. You never know. Right? And the herb, you will eat of it, the herb of the field. This is going to stress you out so bad that you're going to eat the herb of the field. The herb of the field is marijuana. Right? That's what he's saying. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to eat the herb of the field, right? Your crops is going to be bringing back thorns and thistles like, dang, yeah, you're going to need a relief. You're going to need a relief and a release, right? In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return unto the ground. You're going to be laboring to bring back food. Even to this day, man, we wage slaves. We labor to put food on the table. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. And Adam called his wife named Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam also and to his wife did Yahweh God make coats of skin and clothe them. And Yahweh Elohim said, Behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Right? So the Most High is always with his host. He's the Lord of hosts. So he's saying to the host, he's saying, man is become as one of us to know good and evil. Man has become like one of us to know good and evil. Choose the good, right? So this is a test. He's sending you out to fulfill your test. Adam and Eve is leaving the garden now to go and fulfill their test to see if they will pass their test and choose the good and not the evil, right? What did he say? Lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. So after this test, if you done what was good and not evil, you put your hand towards the tree of life. And your reward for passing that test and putting your hands towards the tree of life and eating is life forever. Therefore, Yahweh Elohim sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So Lucifer is the main cherub, the swinging flaming sword in the way of the tree of life. So we have to overcome his temptation of violence, rebellion. Lucifer is Edom. Lucifer possessed Edom. The inventors of drugs, false religions, porn, right? Sexual immorality, the legalization of sexual immorality, all this and more is in the way of the tree of life. All right? That's what's in the way of the tree of life. Lucifer. Lucifer is in the way of the tree of life. Violence, guns, drugs, sex, sexual immorality. All of this stuff is in the way of the tree of life. If you focus on that, you will miss it. Right? It will place you in sin. Right? We're going to see right here. Lucifer. Ezekiel 28. And we're going to go to verse 16. He's the cherub. Lucifer is the cherub. He's the flaming sword in the way of the tree of life. By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore, I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. So one day, this test is going to be over because the Most High is going to destroy this demon, right? The Most High is going to destroy Lucifer altogether one day. Okay? So we see that he's the covering cherub. You go to Genesis. Genesis 3:24. Cherubims, right? So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. Cherubims is just plural, more than one. Cherubims, because Lucifer has seeds, he has demons. Cherubims, and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So these demons is causing all kind of manner of sin and gross rebellion, so that man can fall in and keep them away from the tree of life. This is a test. This life is a test. You're being tempted by spiritual demons like Eve was being tempted in her vision in the garden. So it's in your mind, and they're going to get you to rebel against the Most High. But don't you dare. Don't you dare backslide. You stay stuck down in the Most High forever and ever. All right? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? There's going to be people that think that they are serving the Most High, but they are really possessed by Lucifer. And they're going to get you to go off, like telling you that you can't keep the commandments in captivity, for you not to even fight for Yahweh. It's going to be Christians that's telling you to believe in another God for your salvation and for the forgiveness of your sins. All of this is rebelling against the Most High because it's against Torah. So we're facing the same temptation that Eve was facing, right? And they're going to be crafty and mix truth with error. So we got to watch out for all of that. All praises be to the Most High. Hope this video lesson was edifying. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what it is. You know, add to it. You know, just fill in the blanks that I missed or whatever. And get in the comment board. Let me know. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. We coming back with more lessons. Can't leave y'all to these false prophets. Oh, man. Okay, what we have here is an ancient Israelite painting. And what we can see this painting telling us is that our forefathers also had the same understanding, that Lucifer is a spiritual demon, and once Lucifer is taken down in the spirit, then his physical counterparts that he possessed will also be taken down in the physical. All praises be to the Most High Yahweh.